A creepy night I'll never forget.
A lot of strange and sometimes terrifying things have happened in my life. Let me tell you about one of them. About 4 years ago, when I was 16, something happened that made me start checking the door locks multiple times every night before going to sleep. That day, I invited a friend over for a sleepover. I was living with my parents at the time, but they had gone to spend the night at a friend's house, so it was just the three of us at home. Me, my older brother, he was 17 then, and my friend. My brother hung out with us for a while but went to bed early because he had to wake up early the next day. My friend and I stayed in my room watching YouTube and chatting. Around 2 a.m., my friend started dozing off and quickly fell asleep. I wasn't feeling sleepy, so I kept watching videos. Suddenly, I heard a noise outside. I didn't think much of it because neighborhood cats often climbed onto our coal shed at night. The shed was covered in sheet metal, so it always made a dull metallic clanking sound, exactly like what I heard. About 5 minutes later, I noticed a shadow quickly pass by the window right in front of my monitor. It happened so fast that I would have normally thought I imagined it, but two weird things in such a short time felt off. I immediately got up and walked to the front door. And damn it, neither of the two locks were locked. That's when something happened that almost made me shit myself. I locked both of the locks and decided to turn on the yard lights and look through the peephole. And there it was, a damn face staring back at me. I let out a loud, "Holy shit!" and jumped back from the door. There was a man, probably 25, 30 years old, standing close to the peephole, staring at it. I took another look to get a better view of him, and then he started talking. The man asked me to let him in, saying he needed help. But you know what the scariest part was? His face had absolutely no expression. His voice sounded genuinely terrified, like he was in danger and needed urgent help, but his face showed no emotion at all, nothing but moving lips and a completely empty stare. I was freaked out. I just stood there, watching him. Every second he begged louder, his voice filled with more desperation, but his face stayed blank. Suddenly I heard footsteps behind me. I turned around and saw my brother. I hadn't even noticed that the man had gone quiet. My brother asked, "What are you doing?" I told him someone had gotten into the yard. I looked through the peephole again. No one was there. What the hell? I told my brother what I'd just seen and that the man had begged me to let him in. My brother believed me. He said he also saw someone outside the window earlier but thought he was imagining things. We turned off the lights in the house and started peeking through the windows, trying to spot the guy, but saw no one. Then, out of nowhere, we heard a blood-curdling scream from my room. We ran in and saw that same man standing by the window. Same emotionless face, but now his eyes had changed. From an empty stare, they became predatory. Even though the yard light was on and it was dark inside the house, so he shouldn't have been able to see us, he looked right into my eyes. I froze in fear. Then he gave his first and only facial expression, a wide, terrifying grin. He slowly raised his hand to his face level, and in it was a huge freaking knife. He gently tapped the window glass with the tip of the knife while grinning that horrible smile. At that moment, my brother was already on the phone with the police. I don't know why none of us thought to call earlier. Somehow it just didn't occur to us. As soon as he finished speaking with the dispatcher, we ran into another room. None of us wanted to stay in the same room where that psycho was standing right outside the window. The police arrived in about 10 minutes, but there was no one in the yard. The guy had disappeared. We gave them a description and they made a sketch of the guy. The officers contacted our parents and stayed with us until they got home. Despite the sketch being posted around the city, the guy was never caught. To this day, I thank my gut feeling for making me double-check the door that night, and my dad for his paranoia. All the windows in our house had metal bars. Who knows what could have happened if they didn't?
Let me know what you think in the comments and don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.